Hello and welcome to the Dirge of Mourning. I am your host, Andrew, alongside Terry. Today we'll be looking at Fallen with their 2004 release, A Tragedy's Bitter End. In honor of the 10th anniversary of this album, released by both Aftermath Music and Solitude Productions, with their bonus tracks, which I will be covering at a much later date. Orchestral opening at 45 seconds, the Funeral Doom comes in. The use of guitar and flute are a welcomed addition. At 1 minute and 45 seconds, the vocal style is similar to a funeral album, and I wouldn't want it any other way. The grandiose dirge of metal that is on display is truly sad and yet epic, all in the various aspects one could ask for. At 3 minutes and 26 seconds, the music takes us on a more heavier and mournful turn as the vocals express this pain. Then at 4 minutes and 16 seconds, we are also taken to the Cemetery of Doom. Very ominous.
Yes.
Even the vocal fry helps create this atmosphere that kind of comes out of nowhere, because that flute sound returns as well, and it just helps create this really gloomy manner as the choral voices come in the background, creating just, such beautiful funeral doom.
I noticed one thing, a very beautiful chord at the very beginning. I actually noticed this. And when you were talking about the sadness, I got a very sad feeling as well.
It is just, outstanding funeral doom. It truly is.
Absolutely.
The track ends at 10 minutes and 42 seconds. Piano sets the tone for this dirge of misery, lasting until 52 seconds. Then the true funeral doom comes in, and the vocals are like, it is so, dark, depressing, and just mournful, with all the added effects that you would want for this kind of song. It just sets a great doomy backdrop with the choral voices as well.
Yeah, the men's choral voices, they're very low, very beautiful. And when you talk about the piano going on for that minute, I also noticed that with that piano, there's this sort of very discordant sound, so that it gives you that offsetting or sort of disturbing, sad, again, but disturbing in a way. Like, you know, it's not a lovely, good romp through a little flowery field.
Right, we're taking a walk through a cemetery that's like, disturbed and,
But the actual atmosphere is given from the sound of the piano, the sound of the music.
It's gloomy, it's haunting, the overall tone and mood is just fantastic. And we've only just reached the 3 minute and 27 mark with all of that. You know what? I know I sound like a broken fucking record at this point, but seriously, if you haven't listened to the damn song or album, honestly, give yourself a shake and go listen to it, my friends. Now, after I've said all that, sorry for the preaching yet again. It's just that awesome. I'm sorry. I'll continue the review, okay? At 10 minutes and 46 seconds, the piano comes back with all the funeral doom elements you could want until 11 minutes and 45 seconds, the funeral metal that is just, again, it's a masterpiece. The track lasts up until 14 minutes and 25 seconds. Go listen to it.
That's basically it. Yep, go listen.
An instrumental, a masterclass in dirge music, fit for a funeral. The orchestral sounds are fantastic, and it almost brought a tear to my eye.
There is beautiful strings in this one.
Now, I'm not going to say too much. as we've already discussed this track on a Coffin Carrier episode. Check out the link in the description to go find out what we said in full about this awesome track.
Yeah, really good one. Really good.
The most drumming in a Funeral Doom intro I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Truly showcasing how epic drums are and how important they are to the overall sound of Funeral Doom.
Oh yeah, I love it. I love percussion. Love it.
At 1 minute and 14 seconds, the deep dark vocals come in, adding to its doom and gloom that will follow you home from the graveyard. This is what Funeral Doom is, and shows just how powerful of a feeling it can have.
Well, to me, the voices had this almost spoken sound.
Yes.
Like you're singing, but it's almost spoken. It was really unique, I thought. I did like that.
I would say that it is the prototype for the Eulogy Doom style.
Yeah. I agree. And I spotted it.
A metal melody that mourns with every note and every tone change. And don't get me wrong, you can still have the slow head banging to this song. You know, there are parts where you can do this. But again, it just continues to be that, like, you know, driving force of sorrow. It never stops. You're just constantly hearing it. And this is as close to heaven I think I'll ever get to.
This song is very long.
It is, but I want it to go on longer.
Yeah, there's a reason. We'll get to that.
Mm-hmm. At 5 minutes and 1 second, the heavy rain and thunder sets a mood so miserable. It's kind of fitting for this time of year, especially in Scotland where all we're getting is rain. At 5 minutes and 47 seconds, the Funeral Doom slowly comes back with all the pain. The vocals are on point with the orchestral nature adding to the metal overtones. At 9 minutes and 18 seconds, we don't just get a slow weeping guitar, but we get a guitar that sounds legitimately like it is crying. And I have to say, it's one of the best solos in Funeral Doom I've heard so far. At this point in my career, absolutely loved it. At the 10 minute and 12 second mark, the melancholy returns as the doom-like march now seems more somber in its approach. And this is just, this is why I love Funeral Doom. Every...
It's just different.
It's on a whole other level. It truly is. And this song shows this.
Yes.
Every emotion it stirs within you is right there. It is so relatable. You will, it just, I cannot praise it enough. The despair and the, like, just every word that I could possibly come up with. Grief, the heartache, all of it is right there. And it's just, like, we're only 15 minutes into the damn song.
Well, 15 minutes is pretty long.
But I want it longer.
I know you do.
I do recommend that you go and listen to this song because the way it ends is just beautiful. The track ends at 17 minutes and 44 seconds. I'm sorry. I can no longer function after listening to this. I'm sorry. I don't have words to describe this instrumental. If this had to be the last track on an album, like for the rest of my life, if this was the only track to play from an album constantly, this would be it.
Yeah. It has a really nice melody. There's a melody to this that just captures you.
If there was a way to sum up the reason why this show is called The Dirge of Mourning, it's this track. Every little note, every progression of the music, everything about it, just everything, had me in tears. It was that beautiful and an awesome way to end an album.
Yeah, I liked this one a lot too. This, as far as an instrumental, this is very, very nice. Very, very nice to listen to.
In fact, you could play this at my funeral and I would not be disappointed.
Okay, let's get it down in writing for you.
I'll write out my will as soon as possible.
Yes. Yeah.
So, what the hell do you say after listening to that? I honestly don't know, but I'm going to add this to the overall playlist that I have of Funeral Doom. It is going straight at the top, and I don't care what version I'm listening to, whether it be the 2004 release or the re-release that came out in 2015. To have an album hit 10 years and still sound as good as this does blows my goddamn mind.
Yeah.
One of the best Funeral Doom albums I have heard. Again, this is why I love Funeral Doom. It ages like fine wine.
There were a lot of really nice musical aspects to this album. There were. Gravdan, that means grave dance.
Yes, and basically the overall point that why this part is going to be really short is because it's all in Norwegian, and because none of us can read Norwegian, and sometimes Google Translator is a pain in the ass.
Yes.
Literally, the song is about dancing on your own grave.
We didn't want to say too much because if you do get it translated through whatever site you use, translations don't always come through with the same sort of meanings or words. So we would rather not attempt to
bastardize the concept.
Have it be all wrong words. We'd rather just say beautiful music, very sad. General gist is the dancing on the grave. Weary and wretched. Oh, what have we got here?
Now, before we go into it any further, I would like to point out that the way that the lyrics are typed out on several sites, including the booklet, are all in the wrong places, unfortunately. So if we get the meaning wrong, we apologize.
Well, they kind of jump around a bit, but I think I listened enough and got enough of it down. So basically, what is happening here is the lyrics are representing a type of fantastical thought, and that thought can be summed up in some of the words. Weary and wretched, I could need the rest. It could be about a loss of someone. It could be about something you're going through, which most...
See, I think that that's what it's about, like the act of one needing to seek comfort in their moment of like grief-stricken anguish.
That's probably about it. So there's some beautiful words in here. What I love that this band does with lyrics is using the archaic language. You have, for thou art but distant dream. That's really interesting.
And just beautifully written.
That I do think describes the loss of someone. You know, for you are but far away, you're distant. And something else that struck me as being extremely beautiful and interesting here. Still, my yearning desire could pull ships aground. Now, when you think about something pulling ships aground, that is very strong emotion. You're not going to say that about, spilling some milk on the counter. This is something that is extremely harsh. So harsh, horrible.
Yes, it's a very powerful emotion that's being described here.
Yearning desire. The desire is so strong that,
The imagery that it also brings forth as well is just amazing.
The key word in this is the yearning desire. Yearning.
I think it sums it up. I think it truly does.
And I think that really is the word for the whole song.
Yes, there is that yearning, that desire, that I wish I could have these things.
And if you're yearning constantly because of some loss, you become weary and wretched. It's just weighing on you too much.
100% agree.
Very strong emotion, very strong song. Morphia.
Now, as we discussed earlier, go check out our episode on our Coffin Carrier playlist to find out more about this song and what we thought about the lyrics in more depth. But
right, and I do think the reason we did it there is because it is such a beautiful song, and the lyrics are so good, and the music is so good. So definitely check it out. It falls right in line with the progression of the other songs.
Links, of course, will be in the description.
Now That I Die. Oh,
17 minutes of absolute funeral doom.
right.
Now, Terry, tell us why.
Oh, where do I start with this one? I did love, by the way, the almost spoken song.
The way that these lyrics are executed is amazing.
Very much crying and plaintive sounds. I mean, it's like almost wailing. It's like crying. So that puts you into the mood of it. And then what is being said is very dark. This is a dark song. Go from the title, Now That I Die. To mourn is a virtue. Wonderful. I love these words. These are some of the words I love. Swords of glass, wielder of tortures, madness, dark, seething, boiling wounds. That's like extreme pain, right?
So this is almost like medieval type.
It throws you back concept. Those kind of words and those kind of images. We're not really talking about somebody laying there and being tortured. We're talking about the feeling of
these metaphors are in place of literal like feelings and like expressions that are so again wretched.
It's really, really a very long, slow song. This is a slow death.
That is literally what it describes.
Slow death. Let me read my favorite words that were in there. Burn if thou wilt, O neurotic flower. I rest and covet no longer. The spirit flies.
That is my favorite line as well.
That tells you right there what's happening. And this is, I believe, the epitome of getting old and dying. This is it. So this is what is, to me, being described. And one reason I think this song is so long is this is a long, slow,
painful.
Yes. Well, we had torturous things and boiling wounds. What do you think?
Right.
Like, this is such descriptive song, and the way that it's laid out, set out. Somebody really thought about this. This wasn't just, hey, let's write a song about somebody dying. This is like,
these words are methodical in their placement.
Along with the music, the length of it, where things fall in, the lyrics are just gorgeous. I mean, who says things like that anymore? Oh, neurotic flower. Ooh, it's beautiful. It's really good. And a very nice, if you can call it nice, description of a slow, painful death.
Yeah.
But it's the way it's laid out and done. You don't really realize it until you actually do read the lyrics. And this is why I keep saying over and over again, don't just listen. It's beautiful to listen to. Read the lyrics so you know what's going on.
Absolutely. This is, again, one of the reasons why I champion the concept of reading lyrics, making sure that they are in line with the overall atmosphere of what goes on in a funeral doom song. I'll also give you a piece of trivia. The line, "To mourn is a virtue," is a compilation record released in 2011 by the band Funeral.
Oh, wow. Okay, so
there's that tie-in piece to both Funeral and Fallen. Album art.
Yeah.
Now, thankfully, I don't have to talk about fucking AI.
I knew you were going to say that.
Or this was done before. But we can talk Photoshop, which is absolutely fine, because you're still having to use your creativity.
Right.
And speaking of creativity, wow.
This is very painterly. What I mean is, it makes you think of like the great masters of like the Renaissance.
Absolutely. One of the things that I have always admired about the way that certain bands utilize that type of art, and then they were able to make it their own, is just like what you guys are looking at. We have a figure. I'm going to assume that's female.
Classical, looks kind of classical Roman, sort of scantily clad. I think it's a guy, but it
It's
doesn't
hard
really
to
matter.
tell, but maybe.
It doesn't matter one way or the other. A young
No, we
person.
basically we have a figure that looks to be in mourning of some sort, very like
Yes,
distraught
right.
in its color scheme. We also have a very nice border that is sort of corroded away.
I like the various colors that they have used here. It's different than a lot of Funeral Doom albums. You have the blending of these sort of ambery colors and the brighter colors of the painting that they use. So gorgeous, actually.
It is. The more you look at it, the more you're like, that is actually really well done.
Yeah, the more I like it, the more I see it. Yeah. Well, and something I'm noticing is it almost seems like it's split down the middle, and I'm at it this way, that the brighter side would be the living mourning, the darker side, which would be the death or, loss.
That's exactly what I'm getting from it as well. So on a side note, you guys are now going to be seeing the alternative artwork they used for the re-release in 2015. Just again, mournful as all hell. Absolutely love that one as well. But for the original art, what are we giving the score?
I mean, my personal opinion would be probably up in the region of a 9-ish, 9.5-ish. It's good. It's very good. It's attractive and different.
It captures your eye, and there's a mystery to it.
Yeah, it's unique, very unique.
Absolutely. So 9.5 out of 10. Album scoring.
10.
Yeah, we're not gonna, there's not going to be any fucking around here. 10 out of 10.
It just came flying straight out of my mouth because that's how I felt about it.
How could you not like this
Yeah.
dark, moody Funeral Doom? It's just that awesome. It's a 10. Done.
Yeah, you can't give it anything less. I'm going to say the same thing I always say. I enjoyed it more than I thought I would.
Final thoughts.
This one washes over you from start to end. That's how I feel. It just washes over you, pulls you in. Do read the lyrics because you will be amazed.
I, again, have no words to do it justice. A perfect album. Everything about it is how Funeral Doom should be done.
I agree. It is.
If there's a blueprint that someone is going to mimic or emulate, this is it. Follow this formula and you cannot go wrong.
Yeah, it's a formula for success in this genre.
And maybe, just maybe, one day we might get a new album. We might. With their mournful legacy reaching the 10th anniversary, what a fantastic way to end a walk in a rainy cemetery. Add this to your collection immediately. Don't forget to check out their mournful offerings. Links will be, of course, in the description. Until next time, mourners, remember, every day is a funeral.